Ritual builds identity. Religions use ritual to build the identities of belonging on the part of their members in that particular religion. Baptism, bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, testimony, all of these become ways in which members deepen their sense of conversion to a particular religion. Ongoing ritual does in fact help with a religion's deepening of a particular member's commitment to that faith. What is called performance art in religions becomes ritual. Some people don't want to think about ritual in terms of performance art, but think about it. If you've ever gone to a church where there's been an absolutely dreadful set of singing, or everything happens in a language you don't understand, or whatever might be, or the preacher can barely speak, or whatever it might be, there's a point where you say, I am left feeling totally cold, if not turned off, at being in this space. There is a performative aspect to ritual, but it's not just a performance. We can think of religious ritual in three ways. The first is life cycle rituals, such as weddings. Did any of you see the wedding of the British Prince Harry and the woman who became, I think she's a Duchess now, Meghan? If you watched it, you could see the crossing of Meghan's and Harry's cultures and how they were expressed through the wedding ceremony itself. This crossing of cultures became a topic for many people because the wedding ceremony, a life ritual, was in fact changed as a result. There are also life crisis rituals. Funerals are an excellent example. I have heard it said that the purpose of funerals is to comfort the living. Anyone who has ever tried to plan a funeral can tell you how difficult it is to balance all of the moving parts that need to take place within a funeral. What happens if all of the family members are all different religions? What happens if the person who is being buried is not religious or was not religious, but all the family members were? Or vice versa. That person was religious, the family members are not. So bringing all of those pieces together in order to help people grieve, this is one of the reasons to say that the purpose of funerals is to comfort the living. And finally, the third type are what are called sacred rituals. The regular services of any church, synagogue, temple, mosque are defined by tradition and hold great meanings for members. So when people walk into a sacred space, into a given church sacred space setting, if they are members, they know what to do. Do they touch water, touch walls? What do they do in that space? All of this, even as the members themselves are genuflecting or crossing themselves or touching their cheek or whatever they might do, or greeting each other, all of these become a form of performance art. But again, if they just become performance art, there's a certain point where we would call them fake, where we would not be interested in them. So, the second section of the book, or in this section of the book, is called installation art. Here is a short definition is going to be on a YouTube video that follows. Installation art will flow into the next module, but remember this idea: installation art.